Hi, I'm Buzz Lagos. Welcome to the Weekly Buzz. This past Saturday, Minnesota played Edmonton. They played some of their best attacking possession soccer of the season, but just couldn't come away with any goals in that first half. Second half, they got a goal, but Edmonton tied up and Minnesota came back, and we're going to watch a sequence where Minnesota almost got the lead goal again, but just couldn't put it away. We'll also look at their opponent, Ottawa, who's just the hottest team in the North American Soccer League this year. They're playing some great soccer. They won a big game in Indiana last weekend, and now Minnesota has to travel to Ottawa to see if they can break down that tough defense and score some goals and come away with 3 points. From a fan perspective, it was an incredible, exciting match down the stretch. It's one where coaches pull their hair out because Minnesota just wanted the 3 points. And I'm sure Coach Lagos had emphasized we need 3 points from this game. It's a home game. We need to move up in the standings. It's an important 3 points. And the players really want the 3 points. They're not trying to lose this game or not play well. And so they just really went forward. You see Ibsen and Giuliano are now almost become attacking midfielders to try to get these goals back. And that leaves you over the counterattack, and that's exactly what happened. There was some great end-to-end action. Minnesota had some great chances. Boom, they became vulnerable in the counterattack. I think there was two on Mitch, and he came up with a great save overall to keep Edmonton off the board again. It just was very entertaining, very tense, but what a match. And Minnesota did have wonderful opportunities to score goals and put away this game. They just weren't able to do it.
Pitch Colin bringing it forward. Davis first touch. Through ball from Ibsen. Davis. Headed away by Watson. Davis hustling to it. Ibsen. Cuts it back to his left. Ibsen. Bisoncini! Slips through Ramirez. Davis!
Minnesota wants the 3 points, and so we see Ibsen, number 8 for Minnesota, is going to take a key role in trying to get this attack going. Goes back in the defensive half of the field to start the attack. Gets a pass wide, and Edmonton again has 11 players behind the ball in this situation. They really want to defend and at least preserve their 1 point on the road. One touch quick passing breaks down these defenses. We'll see the ball played into Justin Davis, use the outside of his left foot to try to flick a ball into Daniel Mendes, but it just goes by him, and fortunately Ibsen's made a run, and it was a 1-2 situation, so Davis plays and goes, plays the touch outside the left foot, and Ibsen plays that first-time ball right through into Justin Davis. And now a team which had 11 players behind the ball only has a couple behind the ball. It's a great opportunity for Minnesota. Notice how Christian Ramirez now, he gets on the blind side of the defender. The defender's looking at him. Christian then makes a kind of a darting run toward the near post. Defender looks. Christian now pulls back away again. Defender now kind of stays focused on the ball. Christian gets a little bit of a gap, but now he decides to make that darting run inside. If that ball could have just gotten over Watson's head, it would have been a great opportunity for Christian Ramirez either to get it on goal, bump it on to Iago on the backside. There's different things that could have happened, but again, Watson cuts it off. But still another chance is coming up, and now Giuliano gets in a good support position. So again, you see your midfielders are pushing forward, trying to get this goal back for Minnesota. And again, the orchestrator, Ibsen, comes back. I want the ball again. We see Ibsen make the turn, looking at the goal. Richie Jones makes the move to defend, trying to get out in front of Ibsen. Ibsen's making this strong run. We see, again, Christian Ramirez seeing he's not going to get the ball in a position maybe to get a little 1-2 or a touch, but sees that Ibsen's going to make a strong run. Christian decides to take his defender away, and just a crafty move fools Jones. Jones has a momentum carrying him forward. Ibsen now has his head up. And so Ibsen kind of almost has a chance to play the ball to Christian Ramirez, though the defenders are trying to block it. That's the pass they're anticipating. But again, the vision of Ibsen to see the run by Giuliano, the ball away from the two defenders, and Ramirez in a good position now, and so is Daniel Mendes looking to help finish this chance off. And we see the run that Giuliano made into the box, puts him in a position now to make this little darting diagonal run in behind the defense, through the defenders, and a great pass by Ibsen into that space. Giuliano turns, he has a sense for where the goal is, just hits it wide. And wide where Christian Ramirez, so close to get that ball, but just overreaches for the ball. Just couldn't get his foot behind it. It slips through under the leg, And the defender goes to clear it, and Daniel Mendes is almost there, but the ball pops out to Justin Davis. We see the ball coming out. It's got a little bounce to it. It's not an easy ball on the ground. And it kind of takes that little hop just as he hits it, and it just catches his shin. Ooh, up over the bar by a mile. Just frustrating for Minnesota. Really had some great chances and would have been well rewarded for finishing this one because they played some great soccer in this stretch. Ottawa's developing some great confidence in their game right now. You know, as I said, winning those 1-0 games that they've won along the way and shutting other teams out on the scoreless streak really builds up your confidence. It enables you to take a little more risk on attack. And so now they're taking the risks. The risks are paying off. They're scoring goals, plus their defense is really solid. It's just the combination you want, and all teams strive for that, especially down the stretch.
It will not be the 9th shutout of the season for Ottawa or for Pézère. Heineman lays it across. Make it 3-1.
Indiana's kind of pressing, trying to get back in the game. And Ottawa's just one of those situations now when you're hot, you're not hot defensively, they turn on to be hot on attack now too, as we see where they come up with a goal. Long ball played out by Nick to the midfield area, and the ball, sort of a half-one ball there, but it falls nicely to Eustachiou without much pressure. You know, Indiana's got to put pressure on him right away. He's able to attack that space, get his head up. Basically, it's a situation where Indiana just doesn't organize themselves well defensively. You need to see Franco getting back on the outside, tucking back in, helping out. Norales has to tuck back in that middle there. Perhaps Janicki should be yelling or asking, calling his guys back. Come on back, Norales back, tuck in. Adding his left player to tuck in sooner just to get that middle cleared up. We do see LaCroix coming back, but he doesn't get in great position. He kind of tackles the ball from the side, doesn't get out in front of him. Eustachiou is able to sort of turn and just hold him off and head toward goal again. As I said, when forwards come back, sometimes defenders freeze a bit because they think the forward's going to do a job, and they don't always move in the position they need to move in right away. Janicki's leaning out toward Heineman, looking for that pass, and there's no coverage in the middle of the field right now. And now he sees Heineman pull out a little bit of space. Heineman plays a one-touch ball back again, finds Eustachiou, and LaCroix doesn't read the little 1-2 he plays almost. We see Norales just hanging out watching. If Norales had darted back sooner, got back in position, got behind the ball well, he could have easily picked up Eustachiou and made it difficult for Eustachiou to get that return pass from Heineman. Instead, Norales is scrambling to get back, can't quite get there, and we just see the control right foot, finish left foot, into that far post. Great goal for Ottawa to give them a 3-1 lead in this situation here. And this is what's happening with a team that's hot. Minnesota travels to Ottawa this weekend with a 5-8-4 record. 17 games, only 4 losses. But they need to earn 3 points on a more consistent basis with some victories. They'd like to get into Ottawa and pick up 3 points and move up in the standings. It's not going to be easy, as Ottawa is the hottest team in NASL right now, playing some great defense, and now they've seemed to find their scoring touch. Minnesota will have to break down that defense to get some goals and play tough defensive themselves. Another challenging game for Minnesota. I think it's going to be up to the task.